whatever comes from our Father's mouth is truth. Everything else is a lie. So that means when we go on our walks with the Spirit of God and He tells us something, that's the truth. And we have to understand that we're in a battlefield. We're in a war zone. So when God speaks truth, the enemy immediately tries to convince us of contrary. And he even gets legal rights from God Himself in order to delay based on our faith. You have to understand the course of that journey. If you don't receive what He says, then there could be delays. That battlefield, it's our minds. And God will go on our walk and we'll hear God say this and that. And then we go in the field in our minds and the enemy starts speaking truth with a lie. And it takes you 1 degree off of the course. And it seems like you're still on the course because it's just 1 degree. But then at the end of the road, you're way off course. So we have to walk in the factual truth of what the Lord said. Right? Walk in exactly what He says, and in walking in that and holding it up as truth, whether it seems huge and too big to fathom, or it's just something minuscule. In all things, we got to walk in that truth. 2 Samuel 7:28. Now, O Lord God, You are God, and Your words are truth. That means everything else is a lie. Your words, O God, are truth. And then He says, and You have promised this good thing to Your servant. It's every word that derives out of the mouth of God to you specifically, because He raised you up from the foundations of this planet to be here in such a time in order to manage the territory that He has you managing. So when He gives you that daily bread, which is truth, you have to hold on to that and live in it, right? Everything that I told you, it is truth. Okay, now your mind is the battlefield. Make it easy and believe it. No ifs, ands, or maybes, right? Just walk in that truth. It's a guarantee. There's no question. Everything that He said, remember, my young men shall see visions. What you are seeing by the Spirit of God is our Father in heaven showing you by His Spirit what it is that He has for you to do for Him on the earth. So now you got to believe it. And He's saying, don't only believe it, He's saying, live in that truth. That's your normal. That's your home. What you are seeing by the Spirit of God is our Father in heaven showing you by His Spirit. Live there. Find your abode in that truth. Live there. That's your home. And if anybody speaks contrary to that, reject it. Whether they are deities, angels, demons, or men, it doesn't matter. You live in what He said. This thing that He's speaking, it's a good thing, but it's not even for you. It's for Him. And He's doing it through you. He's using you to do it. Everything that our King tells us, it's truth. And it's not yours, it's His. And it's your work. And this is an entire nation that's funding it. And you're the head guy on this project. And you're to manage it after it's done. And you're going to hire staff to help manage and bring on partners, etc., as the King tells you to do. But it's not yours. It's His. This is the mindset that we need to cultivate. Walk in this thing, because the moment you see it as yours, then it's like, whoa, this is too big. And even though you don't say it, you think it. But if you're like, it's not mine, it's the King's, and I work for the King. And this is what He's doing. And it belongs to Him. I believe when we receive that perspective, that mindset, when we perceive things in the right way, God allows our faith to grow. John 17:17, sanctify them in your truth. Your word is truth. Sanctify them, bathe in it, live in it, be overwhelmed by it, make up your mind in it. That is where we need to be. 1 Kings 17:24. Then the woman said to Elijah, now I know that you are a man of God and that the word of the Lord in your mouth is truth, right? The word of the Lord in your mouth is truth. How does she know? Because what Elijah said, it happened. That's how she knows. It's not Elijah's word. The word belongs to the Father, and he only said what he heard the Father say. The word belongs to God. God said it, Elijah heard it, Elijah said it, it happened, and then the woman testified and said, now I know that you are a man of God, and that the word of the Lord in your mouth is truth. This is what people should say when they're around you, when they see you live, when they see the way you eat, when they see the way you talk to people, when they see how you carry yourself, when they just look at you, they know. And if you don't believe me for the very work's sake. This is what that is.